Hey, Miss Roxanne, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So I'm just gonna go over your nutrient analysis from the 24-hour recall that we did in
Okay.
March. So I'm gonna share my screen with you.
Okay.
All right, can you see that?
I can.
Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay, so here's the list of all the foods you ate. And I'm just going to kind of go through and explain to you how this all works. And then we can come up with some goals together on what we can work on. So
Okay.
here's all the foods and the calories right here. And then down here it says your estimated energy needs on the right here, and then the amount of energy that you consumed on that day.
Okay.
So for energy, it was 184% of estimated needs, and then protein, it's at 114%, and carbohydrates was 237%. And you can see everything that had carbohydrates in it and how much carbohydrates.
Yep.
The Panera bread, and then sugar, and then cocoa wheats, and then Dunkin', and the powdered sugar donuts, kind of in order from greatest to lowest. And then for fats was 176%. And at the top was the French dressing, and then the donuts, and then the Panera bread.
Okay.
All right. And then here's a more in-depth view of all the micronutrients. For fiber, you got 86% of requirements, which is pretty good. And then you're good on iron and 74% of calcium and 332% of vitamin A. And vitamin C was 80%. And you can see all the other ones. And here's your energy again. And then let's see what else. Sodium was 275%. And you can see which all things had sodium in it. The Panera bread sandwich was the highest. A lot of times, like fast food will have the highest amount of sodium, and then the soup and the cocoa wheats, and then the croutons. So there is that. And protein was pretty good, or right on target. Um, so based on all that, what do you think we need to work on?
I eat really bad.
I wouldn't say that. There's some good vegetables in there. Um,
Yeah. I don't know if this changes anything. But I went to the doctor last week and I had blood work done
mhm.
because I needed to get my synthroid renewed. And I think I might have a few answers to my questions or a few answers to things where I feel like I've had trouble with some things. I don't even register on the scale for vitamin D. Like I'm not even on the radar, even the lowest. The lowest rating is a 30. I'm
Mhm.
at a 20. I'm at a 27,
Uh-oh. For that you can eat like fish.
which I do.
Mhm.
I
Uh,
do eat fish.
Do you go outside and get sunlight?
I do.
Hmm.
So I'm just so I called the doctor's office on Friday, which
Mhm.
would have been Good Friday at like 11:30, and they haven't called me back because a couple of the other of my numbers were like seemed like they were off. Like my TSH level I think is too high. It's the highest it's been in quite a while. So I have a bunch of questions for them. I'm not saying that, that's an excuse or whatever,
Mhm.
but it's funny because Harrison said tonight he was reading up on vitamin D deficiency, and he said, Roxanne, this is you to a T. Like everything it says is you.
Mhm.
So um I need to find out about that. I have since gone and bought a vitamin D supplement
That's
and
good.
started that. Um, with the not being able to sleep,
Mhm.
the hair loss, the weight gain, the anxiety, I mean, all of that.
Yeah, it can
I'm
do.
not saying that's all, that's, everything,
Mhm.
but it could be a few pieces to the puzzle.
Yes.
So, um, so yeah, I am definitely needing to make some changes. Um, and it's like I told the doctor on Friday or on Thursday when I went, I told him I work 6 to 6 literally every day. And he goes, that doesn't leave you a lot of time for
Mm-mm.
anything. And
No.
I said, I don't eat as well as I used to. I said, I don't exercise the way that I used to. And I said, I can do anything for 32 more days. Well,
Mhm.
work days. So I can get back on, you know, a better plan.
Mhm. And the
So,
summer.
um, so I'm open to thoughts and suggestions.
Yes.
Keeping in mind, I am not giving up my Dunkin' coffee in the morning.
We can work around that for sure. Um, so I would say start with the calories because that's what is the most over, and that would fix the percentages for carbs and fats. So it says your estimated needs are 1,278 and you got 2,350. Um
Okay.
so do you think like maybe 500 calorie decrease, and that could be as simple as um you can see all the calories here. Maybe supplement some things for some fruits and vegetables. Like, what do you think you could potentially supplement?
Okay. Well, I haven't had cocoa wheats and I haven't had any donuts lately.
Okay.
I haven't had any croutons. I haven't been to Panera. I'm drinking more water.
That's good.
Um, Yesterday for lunch, I did have blueberries, carrots, cucumbers, celery, and a leftover turkey and cheese sub from like just like a quarter, you know, like maybe a 3-inch section
Hmm.
um, of a sub for lunch.
Well, it
So,
sounds like you're already making these
um,
changes.
but today I ate really, really bad. Today was not a good day.
That's
Today
okay.
was, so, um, and I bought little cans of Coke, like the
Hmm.
7.5 ounce ones, if I want to have a Coke. I
Hmm.
don't have big cans anymore, but
That's
I'm
good.
not, but I'm not drinking very much of that. But I bought the little ones to try to curb the amount that I'm drinking.
Hmm. That's good. So I would say within the next 2 months, maybe 500 calories less than this day, which it sounds like you're already doing. So, in your nutrition goal, number one, I'd say decrease calories by 500 every day. And it sounds like you've already changed by not going to Panera. And I guess just limiting eating out is probably a major source.
We haven't been doing that either.
Hmm.
We met. So I'm actually, we've been doing much better about that.
That's good. Then, yeah, you don't have to give up the Dunkin' coffee. And then what's another goal you think you could accomplish?
As far as the eating or something else.
Mhm. Just the eating.
Um, I I would say eating more fruits and vegetables.
Okay. Do you think you could get 3 fruits and 3 vegetables a day?
So a total of 6.
Yes. And sometimes the servings are less than you would think, so you could eat more of one of them and it be 2 servings of fruit.
Yes, I think I can do that.
Okay. And that just might help you limit some of the other processed foods because if you're eating more fruits and vegetables, you might not want those as much because you'll be more full. And then eating behavior goal. Um, is there something that you could do instead of eating something um that you don't necessarily want in your diet? Like maybe getting a glass of water instead, or just eating slowly, or mindfully eating,
Mm,
anything like that.
Not buy
I mean, that'll work.
it. Um,
Purchase less processed foods.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I can do that. Like I said, and I told the doctor this the other day. I said, it's just easier sometimes to have the packaged stuff in my lunch just because I can open it and just eat it whenever
Hmm.
convenient, rather than trying to keep, veggies cold or, whatever.
You can
So
still find like healthier packaged options too that are fast and on the go. Just looking at the
open to suggestions.
um I mean the hummus was good. Hummus and
Well, I have pretzel.
maybe do hummus and carrots
Yeah.
instead of the
I did
pretzels.
take hummus in my lunch today or, as a snack, but I never did get to it
Mm-hmm.
just because I just didn't have time, to do it.
Mm-hmm. Or a package of like nuts and fruit.
I do have little packages, like the 1 ounce packages of trail mix or whatever that have like the dried cranberries and
Mm-hmm.
whatever in my lunchbox.
That's
So yeah,
good. And I mean granola bars then are more have more whole grains in them. Not
like granola bars.
You don't like granola bars? Then no granola bars.
No.
Mm.
And those are high in carbs too.
They are. I do they're still high in carbs, but what are they called? The Lara bars.
Oh, see, I don't like those.
Yeah, yeah, you have to adjust to the texture.
Yeah.
They also have the like RX bars and stuff like that, but they also have a different
All
texture.
right. So tonight we had chicken tacos
Hmm.
for dinner.
Hmm.
And so I had, um, shredded chicken with like garlic and onion and had salsa in it or whatever. And but what's are the I had the like the soft flour tortillas. Are the low carb tortillas better, or is there something else that's better? Because I have to have something.
Um, well, since you are like over on carbohydrates, I would say low carb could be good to like meet your carbohydrate goal or target. So I would say low carbohydrate would be good unless you're decreasing carbs in a different area
What else do people eat?
instead of tortillas.
Yeah.
The hard shell might have less
Mm.
carbohydrates. No hard shell. They also have like the green ones. You could compare carbohydrate levels and like the spinach.
Oh, okay.
You could
Yeah.
also do like whole grain like rice, like brown rice to get whole grains.
Yeah. That has a lot of carbs though too.
Mm-hmm. It does. Just increasing whole grains over white.
Or I guess just not eat the shells. But that would just not be fun.
You can make a taco salad.
Yeah, I mean, and I had guacamole on it
Mm-hmm.
and sour cream.
You could still do the shells, just do less. You could do one shell and then make a taco salad on the side so that you have less carbohydrate and
Okay.
have a little salad on the side.
Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right. So what do I have to do now? Because we're gonna meet again, right?
yes, we are. Um, so I
For
said
you.
decrease calories by 500 kcals every day. And so for this, just like we were talking about the carbohydrates, I would say to focus on because that was the number one that was over. Um, Sugar is also a big contributor to the carbohydrates.
Yep.
So let's go back and look. The number one, oh wait, that's not carbs. For carbs was the Panera bread. So you haven't been doing that as much. So that's good. And then the next one was sugars. So that was your added sugar to the coffee. So I know you don't want to change that. You could do one less sugar if you wanted, but not necessary. Or you also added sugar to the cocoa wheats,
Yeah, but I'm not eating those right now. So
then that's already off. And see what else it said. And then the mini donuts.
and I haven't been eating those.
Okay. Well, those are all like the higher sugar has more calories and more carbohydrates. So mainly if you limit those, then you should be fine. on carbohydrates. And so yeah, just lowering sugar, and then you can keep your Dunkin'.
Yeah. Gotta have my Dunkin'.
Yes. And then we said 3 fruits and 3 vegetables a day. So if you think you can add that into the diet.
Okay.
And the
Yep.
eating behavior goal, we said purchase less processed food and try to get more nutrient dense, like easy to go uh, snacks for the day, like the trail
Yep.
mix. And then I will send you all these goals, and then you can work on that until our next meeting if that sounds good to you.
So do you need me to like track food and stuff again? And if so, how many days?
You don't necessarily have to track, just um just keep doing what you're doing. I'll just talk to you about whether you've been able to lower the carbohydrates in your
Okay.
general diet. You don't have to track it for calories or anything.
Okay. My blood work did show my glucose was normal
Mhm.
and my A1C is normal. So just
That's good.
so I'm not like a pre-diabetic or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
Even
good.
even with my Dunkin' every day.
No, it's really not bad, just little things you can work on.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
always there's always something.
Okay. All right. Well, and I'm open to suggestions too for, any um extra, you know, ideas on
I
like,
would say whole
you know,
grains.
snack stuff or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Whole grains, nuts, um,
I do that. I buy cashews and I can't remember what the name, Orchard Valley, is that what it's called? Orchard Valley Trail
that
Mix, I
sounds
think,
uh-huh.
that comes in the little packages, like 8 packages inside of a big bag or whatever,
Mhm.
that are already, like quota serving size or whatever.
Mhm.
So I have
And
those.
they have like healthier chips too, made from like vegetables. I don't know if you've ever had the sweet potato chips. I like those.
I make my own sweet potato chips.
Mm, that sounds good.
Um, and then, I do a lot of sweet potatoes and like, you know, was it last night? Yeah, last night I had a Beyond Burger and green beans and uh I made Tegan French fries in the air fryer and I had like 5 French fries. But I'm trying really hard not to eat any kind of white potato, like,
Mhm.
French fries, mashed potatoes, whatever. I
Yeah.
usually make my sweet potato cubes, or sweet potato chips or, something like that. Um,
Yeah, that's more.
but because I worked late last night and the Harrison would have no clue how to do my sweet potato. So,
Mhm.
I just ate a couple French fries. So, um, yeah. So, all
Um,
right.
I can look into finding some more snacks for you and send them to you along with the goals I gave you.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, I can, look too. Like I
Yeah.
said, things will change in a couple weeks when school's out.
Mhm.
So, and I have a normal schedule. So,
Yes.
All right.
I just say fruits and vegetables are the best go-to. You can do peanut butter with apples. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Almond butter,
Okay.
anything like that. Or rice cakes. That's more like they're lighter.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, well,
Anything else I need to know or should be doing?
um, I mean, anything you want to do.
Okay.
I also put in my analysis that you could try to get in like some walks during if you have a chance, like during lunch or anything, or after you get off from your long day.
Yeah. Well, when the kids are out on the playground, walk around the playground and stuff. So that's not really exercise, but I'm moving.
Something.
But
Yeah,
I average just working every day. Let me see where I'm at today. Uh, I have almost 14,000 steps today.
that's good. Getting
I
over
walk,
10,000
yeah,
steps.
yeah, I walk a lot every day. So, um, and I try to walk fast
Mm-hmm.
because I know I'm not exercising. So,
It's moving is moving.
yep. So, all right. So when are we going to meet again?
Um, let me see when the next part of this project is due.
Okay.
Assignments, counseling. It is due April 30th.
Okay.
So is that next week, next Sunday? I think?
April 3rd. Yes.
Or that's 2 Sundays away, isn't
You have,
it?
yeah, we're at the 11th. So there's 30 days in April. So 19 days.
Okay. So probably either next week or the next week. Well, let's say 2 weeks so that you have more time to meet our goals.
Okay. Whatever. I mean, you just let me know and I'll.
Yeah, I'll send you whatever we have to do. I'll let you know within next week.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll send you the goals and
What email address did I give you?
um I am not sure. Did you write it on that consent form? I think.
I think I probably did. But if you don't have it, just let me know or I can just text it to you when with the link or whatever that you sent me for the
Okay. So
meeting today.
thanks for meeting with me.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good night.
Yep. I hope you do too. Thank you.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.